Have you ever heard of a spiritual karmic attachment? I once had one following me, and I managed to resolve it myself. I didn't spend a single coin hiring any masters to perform rituals to sever it. I handled it on my own. Nowadays, many fortune tellers make a good living by telling every client the same thing: you have a spiritual attachment. Their clients are often gullible people who don't know whether it's true or not. In reality, many of them don't have any such attachment at all, but out of fear, they end up paying large sums to fraudulent shamans and fortune tellers to perform so-called rituals. They lose money, yet nothing changes. And at that point, it's not like they can go back and demand a refund. Truly foolish. My name is TTNL. I'm a teacher, currently living in Sub-Area 4, Residential Area HN, Ward ST, Car Town, HT Province. I married a colleague from the same school, and we have 3 lovely sons. But ever since I got married, many strange things began happening to me. My body would frequently ache on the right side, as if someone had beaten me. Yet medical checkups revealed nothing. Every month, I would dream of a strange man and be intimate with him in my dreams. Thinking it was just a dream, I paid it no mind and told no one. But something odd kept happening. Whenever my husband and I were close, the next day we would inevitably argue. At the same time, one of my legs would cramp violently, as if it were being twisted by someone, extremely painful. This went on month after month without improvement. Our conflicts escalated, and eventually, we divorced. Later, I fell in love with another man, a foreigner. But it was as if some force kept us apart. There was always one reason or another preventing us from being together. My love life remained troubled until one day I finally discovered the cause. At that time, I was visiting a sick person, and coincidentally there was a woman there who claimed to have spiritual sight. She looked at me carefully and said, "There is a male spirit always following you. He must have some karmic connection with you from a past life, and he loves you deeply." This spirit was unmarried. One time, he got drunk and died in a traffic accident. Think carefully. At your school, is there any colleague like that? I searched my memory but couldn't recall anyone. Then suddenly, something came back to me. At my school, there is an unused room that is always closed. I had heard that before I started working there, it belonged to a teacher who later died in a traffic accident. I had passed by and glanced inside a few times, but I had never actually met him. The woman then asked, "Did your husband once have a near-fatal accident?" I confirmed that he had, right before our wedding. She told me that the spirit had caused it, and if we had not divorced, my husband might have faced something similar again. At that moment, everything became clear. The man I kept seeing in my dreams was not just imagination, it was the spirit of that former colleague. Out of jealousy, he caused the pain in my body and the constant arguments between my husband and me, eventually leading to our divorce. And he continued to obstruct my romantic life. I was extremely confused and didn't know what to do. I went online, searching spiritual forums and Buddhist teachings for a solution. That's when I came across a Facebook fan page called Quart. I messaged him and explained my situation. He replied,
"My friend, this is actually easy to resolve. Try to find out the spirit's name. If you know the year he died, even better, but it's not necessary. Even if you don't know which spirit it is, you can still help them move on. Then perform a ritual for them a few times using the following method."
He sent me a document titled, "Ritual for Releasing Spiritual Attachments." In general, if you carefully read and follow the instructions, anyone can help release such spirits in a way that aligns with Buddhist teachings, without superstition, without causing conflict with the spirit world, and without needing to hire any masters, thus avoiding wasted money and trouble. The next day, I went to school and asked colleagues about the spirit's background. Then I found a way to contact his family. Fortunately, I reached them. They told me that he often appeared in their dreams. Shortly after his death, he would complain about being hungry, suffering, and lonely in the other world. In recent years, he had appeared to his younger brother, saying he now had a girlfriend, a beautiful woman, neither tall nor short, with a full figure. My goodness, that description matched me exactly. Every detail. It gave me goosebumps. Understanding everything, I immediately applied the ritual. Following QT's instructions, I prepared a simple vegetarian offering at home so the spirit could eat. Then I proceeded with guidance, chanting sutras, reciting mantras, invoking the Buddha's name, and dedicating the merits so the spirit could be reborn in the Pure Land. The whole process took less than an hour. That night, after performing the ritual, I dreamed of a man with an unclear face and a slightly heavy build. He stood by my bed, arguing loudly and unpleasantly. He said he needed to have sexual relations with me and refused to leave me. The next morning, the right side of my body ached terribly, as if I had been severely beaten, while the left side felt completely normal. Frightened, I messaged court again and told them everything. They remained calm and simply advised me to persist and continue performing the ritual several more times. So I continued, having no better option. Who knows what kind of karmic ties I had with that spirit in a past life. Now I was the one suffering. I performed the ritual 3 more times. During the second session, I felt extremely exhausted, but afterward, my body felt very light. By the 4th session, I felt completely healthy and refreshed. The pain on one side of my body disappeared as if it had never existed. I observed myself for some time afterward, and indeed, all the symptoms that had plagued me for years were gone. The spirit must have moved on to a better place after the 4 rituals, hopefully to the eternal Pure Land of Amitabha Buddha. And sir, with just 4 sessions, someone as inexperienced as me was able to resolve a spiritual attachment on my own. The Dharma is truly wondrous, if only I had known sooner. In my case, I was fortunate to know exactly who the spirit was. But even in other situations, where the identity of the spirit is unknown, this method can still be applied.